Yo, what's up, guys? What's up on YouTube land? It's Jason. We're at our final video of the Sonic 00 series, the ones that I've been doing reviews on. All the Sonic games that came out during the early 2000s, or should I say the 00s, So we are at our final video, and that will be Sonic Unleashed. Now, Sonic Unleashed is, I personally think it's a mixed bag between good and bad. When I first played this game, it was way back, I was still in school, I think, high school when it came out. And I remember getting on the PS2, because at the time I didn't have a PS3 or a 360. I was still kind of catching up with the latest hardware. But I will say that, coming back to it and playing it on the a much more modern console like the PS3 or 360, my opinion is somewhat changed. Is it fully changed? No, but I think I have a little more positive thing to say than negative. So let's dive into this. Starting with the story, it starts off with a really beautiful cutscene of Sonic in action against his nemesis Eggman. But Eggman has a plan up his sleeve this time. Every time Eggman does something, he's always Sonic always has the upper hand. This time, Eggman has the upper hand, and he uses the Chaos Emeralds against Sonic, turning him into a werewolf, and then shooting him out to space. And of course, Sonic lands on the planet Earth, the cracked planet Earth. Now, why would Eggman want to release, destroy the Earth? Well, not really destroy the Earth, but crack the Earth. Apparently, there's another god creature named Dark Gaia. I think throughout the Sonic series, we had about 3 gods. We had Chaos, we had Solaris, and we also had Dark Gaia. So you can say throughout the entire Sonic series, we had about 3 gods, major villain gods. And with that said and done, this will be the final god for this video. So, Eggman wants to release it. Apparently, I guess he has a plan to harness the creature's power. How he does it, never explained. But we'll just go with the fact that Eggman has a plan. So, basically, Sonic lands on the planet Earth, and he's a werewolf. His arms are able to stretch, and he's able to hack and slash like Ninja Gaiden. I actually had a good time playing as Werehog more than modern Sonic, and I'll explain why in a minute. But that is the premise of the story. The idea is you gotta collect all the emeralds and restore the positive or whatever energy, the positive energy of the emeralds, and try to lock Dark Gaia back into the planet. So now we're gonna get into gameplay. Gameplay I think is solid when you're playing it on the PS3 or 360. I don't remember very much on the PS2 I never played on the Wii, but the PS2. But I remember it was a bit rusty. It was a bit rough. But playing it on the PS3, I think really kind of changed my opinion on what the game was, at least in my perspective of it then, and how it is now. I mean, not too much, but to a point where I can actually, appreciate this version. So, the gameplay there is split in two. You have your hack and slash Ninja Gaiden type gameplay, the Werehog, the one I actually enjoyed the most. And then you have the modern speed level. Keep in mind, this is the game that really started that narrow corridor linear gameplay that I dislike from the modern Sonic. This is when Sega started to do this very, I guess you could say, lazy attempt of speed levels. Because after 06, Sega didn't. I think Sega, did this to kind of save face because they couldn't afford another mistake. And ever since then, Sega's never done an actual true 3D Sonic game. So they've always stuck with this familiar formula that I think is getting old really fast because, honestly, there's no replay value in those type of games. Mainly due because you're limited in what you can do. And that's the reason why I think I dislike the modern Sonic, is because you're so limited in what you can do. I like the idea of roaming around and running around doing my own thing rather than being told this is where you gotta go. That ain't fun to me. That's very linear and very lazy. But with the Werehog, I had fun mainly due to the fact it was like a Ninja Gaiden hack and slash, and I do like hack and slash games. So to me, that was the fun part. Where most people actually would hate this part. Now the characters. The characters really focus around Sonic and Chip. Amy and got Professor Pickle, who are more supporting cast. Pickle's more of an kind of a guy who is informed by Dark Gaia and kind of helps Sonic and helps him kind of figure out where he needs to go. Amy's there for like moral support, and that's practically it. And of course, Eggman's the main villain, and he wants to like I said, control Dark Gaia and harness, I guess, energy of Dark Gaia. And that's the story there. Tails isn't in here, but I don't really. Tails doesn't have a lot of screen time. So it's surprisingly he doesn't have a lot of screen time. Very surprising that he's in this game at all. But I will say there's another thing I want to mention. And I think the music. The music. This is when Sega really started to go down toward classical piano music. And this is, in my opinion, the Sonic Unleashed soundtrack is very forgettable in my eyes. I'm not really into piano music for Sonic, unless it's Halo. Halo's different. Halo, honestly, captured the piano and action very well. Sonic and this one just didn't really do it. There was too much of it. I think there was not enough, kind of rock and riff, things like what makes Sonic so, cool. It was very classical and clean. I guess the best word you can say the soundtrack was very clean. There was no sense of edge to it, and that's until you get to the end. But even that's one track from the end. Now the last level I say is really exciting. I actually had a great time playing the last level. It's a little challenging, but it's definitely rewarding. It's very different than the PS2 version. I noticed that. I will say there's a few things added in it compared to the PS2. Compared to the PS2 version, but I enjoyed it nevertheless. Overall, it seems like I talked very positive about Sonic Unleashed, and overall, with everything said and done, I'm going to be fair and give this game a 4.5. It's not a 5 out of 5, and that's just due to that linear gameplay that Sega, decided to stick with. I just kind of wish they do away with that formula. But this was the start of that, I call it lazy gameplay making. But overall, it does the job, and I think overall this is a good title to kind of send off on the early 2000s to end off my video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I'm surprised I even got it done. But, I'm just going to, kind of, stop here and just let you guys enjoy the credits that I've edited out. Add a little special take to the end of the video. Anyways, guys, take care and have a great day. And I'll see you sometime again.
Cadillac Dale. You gotta whisper before you too. Tell him, yeah. But when the right time preach, you'll be the one to what? To love. My mouth off to anyone debating. It's dedicated to them suckers out here perpetrating. You put that work in, it's been a long day. You take the wrong way, you're lost like that song say. See, it's in your gut, what pills you gotta swallow. You take it every day cause you might not be here tomorrow. American dream, it's what you fight for. It's what I write for and everything I die for. So it's a bumpy road, ain't nobody perfect. I put these words in effect and watch the people work it. Versus introverted, with my life inverted. Police alerted from my 9 with the clip inserted. Who says I don't deserve it? Observe the way I earn it. Frostbitten when I spit it, that's how I preserve it. Keep reading horoscopes or looking for some dope to clear your head when instead you're in need of a rope.
Take a look in these eyes until you realize one day you're gonna see me rise again. Rise again.
set sail for that holy grail. With just the wind at my back, I left to no avail. Watered down, it felt like I was gonna drown. Breaking ground for some air, that was my new sound. I got a new crown, king of my day. I got a new attitude, I do what I say. So if you listen close, it's almost right there, loud and clear. I know you'll find it right here, where it always was, right up under you. And I'll be number one and you'll just be what happened to.
Take a look at these eyes until you realize one day you're gonna see me rise again. Rise again, rise again. See the truth when I cry, baby, ain't no more lies.
Say what?
One day you're gonna see me rise again. Rise again, rise again. Take a look in these eyes until you realize one day you're gonna see me rise again. Rise again, rise again. See the truth when I cry, baby, ain't no more lies.
Say what?
One day you're gonna see me rise again. Rise again, rise again. Baby, I'm gonna rise, rise.
Some days I'm better off, some days I'll set it off. I put my hands up and quit, but I ain't getting off. Try and doubt me, then tell everyone that you were there and reap the benefits of me. You know that isn't fair. Don't despair, I know exactly who to spare when it comes time for you to go sit in that chair. Put that mask on, like you did for people. Judging me when we're a team is supposed to be equal. This is it now, and there won't be a sequel. Just a tale of good and bad and the lesser of evils. I bring my voice down, so the kids don't panic. I'm not a psycho and never was a schizophrenic. I see my day coming, like they did in Waco. I ain't the second coming, I make mistakes though. I'm now on solid ground, so you can see me rise, levitating and floating through these friendly skies.
Take a look at these eyes until you realize one day you're gonna see me rise again. Rise again, rise again. See the truth when I cry, baby, ain't no more lies.
Say what?
One day you're gonna see me rise again. Rise again, rise again. Take a look in these eyes until you realize one day you're gonna see me rise again. Rise again, rise again. See the truth when I cry, baby, ain't no more lies.
Say what?
One day you're gonna see me